Welcome viewers, this is Young Maths Academy. Today's class we will be discussing circle geometry. You all know that circle is a locus of a point with equidistance. That is, a circle is a special type of an ellipse where the eccentricity is 0 and foci is of equidistance. And you will know that when you hear the word geometry, geometry deals with shapes. We have the most common types of our geometries are the triangles and the quadrilaterals. So today we are basically talking on circle geometry. There are terminology under circle that we need to understand. And today I want you to follow up properly, because good understanding and the definitions of those terms will give you a better way to approach and solve questions on circle geometry. Number one, terminology. Number one is arc. The arc of a circle is any portion on the circumference. So any portion of the circumference of a circle is an arc. I can easily draw a circle. This portion here is an arc. This portion here is an arc. So an arc is any portion of the circumference of a circle, while the arc length is the distance. The distance when let's say we have the center of the circle and we have two lines drawn this way, a perpendicular line drawn this way. So the arc length is this distance covered here between a point, the end point of the arc. That's the arc length of the circle. Okay, number two thing we would like to talk today about is chord. So a chord is a line drawn from a point of the circle, from the end point of the circumference to another end point of the circumference that divides the circle. So a chord divides the circle into two. It's a line drawn from the end point of the circumference to another end point. So this is a chord. A chord. Okay, and we will likewise also learn on what a circumference is. What is a circumference? Just as I have mentioned it while talking on chord, circumference is the perimeter of the boundary layer of the circle. The whole of this is the circumference of the circle. The perimeter of the boundary layer of the circle is our circumference. Also, we talk about radius. A radius, a line drawn from the circle, the center of the circle, to a portion of the circumference. Any line drawn from the center to a portion. Let this be the center, this is the center. Or any line drawn from the center to a portion of the circumference. This is a radius. This is a radius. This is also a radius. So any line drawn from the center of the circle to the end point of the circumference is the radius of the circle. So we'll also talk about diameter. Diameter is a special type of a chord that runs from the center of the circle. From one end point of the circumference to the other end point of the circumference that passes through the center of the circle is a special type of a chord. So this is a diameter. Likewise, we also need to know what a segment is. A segment. Okay, a segment is a portion of the circle that is cut off by a chord. A portion of the circle that is cut off by a chord. For example, this is a segment. This is a chord that runs through the circle. This portion is a segment of the circle and is a minor segment. The other parts here is a major segment. The bigger part is a major segment. And lastly, we talk about tangents. So a tangent is a line that hits the circumference at a point. So a line drawn and that meets the circumference at a point, which creates a right angle to the radius. So for example, if I draw a line this way, this, and it hits the circumference just at this point, let this be A, let this be B, this be radius from here to here, this point O from here to here. Now this is a tangential line. Tangential line. We just call it tangential line. So it hits the circumference at just a point. At just a point. So from here to here is the radius. You will see that it forms a right angle there. So there's also an important theorem that talks on radius and tangents of the circle. Okay, quickly we'll go into our axioms. Number one axiom is Pythagoras theorem. Under Pythagoras theorem, whenever we create out a right angle triangle from our circle, we have a circle, the longest side is regarded as the hypotenuse. If there the theta here, this is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. And the Pythagoras theorem says that the longest side, the square of the longest side, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. That is, the hypotenuse squared is equal to opposite squared plus the adjacent square. Okay, likewise, we quickly talk about a theorem that talks on the tangent line and the radius of a circle. Okay, the tangent line hits the radius at it's the circumference. That is, the tangent line and the radius are perpendicular. The tangent line is perpendicular to the radius. The tangent line is perpendicular to the radius. So that is what that point is saying. So for example, if I say this is a tangent line, let this point be S, OS, and this is A. What it's saying is OS is perpendicular to AS. OS is perpendicular to AS. At that point, that's what that point is saying. Okay, the next axiom we need to talk about is that the angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Or likewise, the last theorem we have to talk on here is that the angle subtended by an arc, the angle subtended by an arc of a circle is double the angle at any other points in the circle. The angle subtended by an arc of a circle is double the angle at any other point of the circle. So the angle that will be subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle at any other point. At the center of the circle is double at any other point of the circumference. So we will learn the theorems, learn the proof of the theorems in the next video. Thank you. Subscribe to Young Maths Academy. Thank you very much.